Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome. This is HD and I'm coming at you guys with FailCraft number 4. Once again, a user submitted replay has sent these replays into me and said, you know what HD, you should cast this game because it's really good. And he sent in a great description of the game. Step 1, Step 2, Step 3, Step 4, Step 5. I read through it. It sounds pretty good to me, so I'm going to go ahead and cast this game, guys. It's going to be a Protoss versus Protoss in the top right-hand corner of Xel'Naga Caverns. We've got Alright, so he starts off this game with a good old FU to Brown Guy, who has been, sounds like a modest, very well-mannered guy, Brown Guy, trying to say the good luck, have fun, and that's always a good way to start the game off. You type in GLHF to someone and he's like, FU, man. I don't even know why people do that these days. There's so much BM in this community, it's kind of fun to watch. Anyways, we've got Shalaj here, it's a red Protoss at the top right hand corner, and we've got Brown Guys, the blue Protoss in the bottom left hand corner. I've done FailCraft 1, FailCraft 2, FailCraft 3 already. If you guys haven't seen FailCrafts 1 through 3, definitely check it out. Always good times because you get to watch players do the most epic fails ever, and well, you get to sit back and laugh at them. What better is there in life than that? Nothing. So we'll have to see what happens here. Shalaj here is going to be the red Protoss at the top right, and he's going to go ahead and go for a gateway. Got a probe already making its way down the middle of the map of Xel'Naga. Brown Guy setting his probe up as well. Pretty good scouting from both these players, I have to say. Their APM, certainly reflective of something you would see maybe in the Silver Wood. I don't know, maybe the Wood League here. So, we'll see what happens, guys. I always love watching these games because it's a refreshing break to be able to cast something that's not a high level and be able to, you know, lightly criticize players at their builds. It's kind of fun to do. We do have, wow, Shalaj almost hiding that probe up there in the top left. I thought he was going to try to do something sneaky. This isn't exactly the best map to do sneaky stuff on, though, because the map is so small in the main. It's very hard to hide like a proxy pylon or anything like that. So far, though, both players' builds looking pretty good. You know, Gateway, Cybercore, Assimilator, nothing too weird, nothing like a Forge first into 5 cannons, which is something you would see in the very low leagues of StarCraft 2. That's something I've noticed in players' mindsets. In the beginning, when you first start playing, if you have no experience, the first thing you do is just build all-out defense. But then you start to realize that, you know, eventually you can only win the game if you've got offense, and a good offense makes a great defense as well. So, just a little bit of theory crafting into the mind of the early StarCraft 2 player. But Shalaj here so far doing a little bit of a scout with his probe. Remember, guys, he did start off the game with a little BM, a good old FU to the face of Brown Guy. And we'll just have to see if Brown Guy's going to do anything about that. So far, he's only responded with the lol. You'd think he might say something else, you know? But for now, maybe he's confident. Maybe he thinks he's going to win this game. And a good win is always a good way to shut somebody up if they give you that BM. Shalaj, you're going with 3 gates now. Has 1 gas accumulated, 4 gates it looks like. So pretty common opening here. I wasn't expecting anything else, to be honest, from these players. 4 gate or Dark Templars. That's honestly the 2 most prevalent openings, I think I said that right, for Protoss players around this league. And Brown Guy gonna go for Twilight Council. Most likely gonna be Dark Templars here from Brown Guy, so he's gonna try to shut up Shalaj with some DT play. And Shalaj right now doesn't really have any detection. Could be in a little bit of a spot here. Sending a probe down south, he no doubt is going to build that proxy pylon in no time because the warp gates are about to pop out. With the warp gate technology is almost being done, and there's the first pylon. So he is going to try to 4-gate Brown Guy right under his nose. Right under his brown nose. So we'll have to see if Brown Guy's prepared for this. Twilight Council is done. He's going to go right for the Dark Shrine. Sneaky dirty play. And the probe gets popped off in the middle of the map, sees a couple of units moving out. Is Brown Guy prepared for this? I like how he built sentries in the beginning, because with these sentries, he's going to be able to force field the ramp and thus buy time for the Dark Templar to come out. But these pylons are warping in units, and Shalaj has got a pretty massive army here. Brown Guy's got to defend. Is he going to be able to throw the force field down? Here's the force field, locks out some units, but Shalaj can warp in additional reinforcements now. That's what he's going to do. 4 more stalkers coming into the fray. Brown Guy in a lot of trouble here, ladies and gentlemen. The Dark Shrine is still very far away from finishing. Shalaj is poised to take this game with a quick 1-0, and Shalaj laying down the land of the law here. Or the law of the land. Law of the land here. Shalaj saying too many sentries, bro. So apparently Shalaj feels pretty confident, trying to even teach his opponent how to play here. Certainly looks like he's going to win this game, but, you know, should probably scout that Dark Shrine that's about to warp in, bro. Alright, so more reinforcements arriving here for Shalaj. Shalaj looking very, very good, but the Dark Shrine has come up now, and Shalaj still, he could have sniped that Dark Shrine out. This is such bad play. He does unpower the Warp Gate, though, but did he get a Dark Templar out? He did get a Dark Templar out before the Warp Gate went unpowered. Unbelievable. And Shalaj saying sentries delayed your tech, but little does he realize there's actually a Dark Templar in his army right now. So I don't know, man. Brown guy here is, I mean, he's not in a horrible spot. No response from Shalaj so far. No Robotics Bay, no Observer, no Forge, no Cannons. So the Dark Templar doing a lot of damage here. Has already gotten 4 kills for himself. Gonna slice and dice more Stalkers, killing off the last couple of Stalkers as well. Shalaj still warping in units. Doesn't realize there's a Dark Templar. Unbelievable. And Brown guy is about to repower his Warp Gates. If he repowers Warp Gates, he can warp in more Dark Templar. Oh my god! I don't think he got any Dark Templar out. Okay, so another Dark Templar would have been really huge, but as it stands, Shalaj now sees the Dark Shrine, and Brown guy with the response. Come back, Brown guy. My tech was just fine, man. Of course it's fine. He's got a Dark Templar now. And Shalaj, I think he finally realizes that there's a DT here. It may be time to get a Forge. There you go, buddy. So he's got a Forge coming here. I mean, Shalaj still in absolute control of this game. He's got 23 Harvesters. Brown guy's got a measly 1, and that's not good at all. He's got to repower those Warp Gates as well, but I mean, I gotta say, Shalaj is in a great spot. He's definitely confident. We'll say that for one. He's pulling back everything right now. Gonna try to get a cannon out. I don't really agree with this. And Shalaj, continuing with the berating of BM here, saying, LOL, DTs are bad when you scouted a 4-gate. I don't really think so. I think Dark Templar is actually really good against 4-gate, as you guys can see. This is a prime example. If a Protoss player 4-gates, he's not going to have any detection. DTs are great. But Brown guy going to go right into the main here. Sneaks on by the cannons. And I don't agree with Shalaj going for cannons. You need to get a Robotics Bay and Observers. Otherwise, how are you going to end the game? But he allowed a Dark Templar to get up inside his base. I do not like that at all. Brown guy here forced to defend with, he's only got 2 probes, but he has a Dark Templar here, and this is why you get a Robotics Bay and not cannons. You need mobile detection, and he's going to lose his entire attacking force. Shalaj trying to warp in a cannon in the background, and Brown guy is now asking if this is a base race. Certainly looks like it's a base race, but oh man, if this cannon goes up, I think that's over for Brown guy, because he won't be able to end this game. Shalaj saying not really. Shalaj still showing ultimate confidence here. The DT sees the cannon. The DT is going to go after the cannon now, ladies and gentlemen. And I don't think it's going to get the cannon. I might get the cannon. The cannon is in the red, and 1slash takes it down. Unbelievable by Brown guy. That was some clutch DT work right there. And the cannon gets picked off at the very last second, right before it was about to provide the detection for that Dark Templar. What a close one. And now Brown guy, all of a sudden, doesn't look to be in too bad of a spot. I mean, he is actually still mining. That's the difference here, ladies and gentlemen. He's mining. Shalaj is not. Shalaj is about to lose his last Nexus here. What a game. Shalaj here with all the smack talk. If he loses this game, how embarrassing would that be? Especially since I'm broadcasting it to hundreds of thousands of viewers. This would not be cool for you at all, bro. You gotta pull yourself together. Shalaj still super confident, saying you won't win. Sending in 2 Stalkers to do some work here, but I mean, there's still a DT here, so eventually, I mean, you need detection to deal with Dark Templars, and these 2 Stalkers aren't gonna cut it. He picks off a sentry, not bad. Gonna try to work down the probes as well, so he's doing whatever work he can, but he's lost his Nexus. And Shalaj has lost all mining as well. He will not be able to build another Nexus. He's at 125 minerals. And that is it. Looks like those 2 Stalkers ended up going down as well. Not good. And even though Shalaj is at 32 supply and he's got 14 more probes, that doesn't matter. That doesn't count for crap because Brown Guy's mining and Shalaj is not. The Artosis pylon, the central pylon powering everything, the plexus, we call it the pylon nexus, the plexus goes down. And Brown Guy losing, losing all this is still in the game. Unbelievable. And he's killing off the final warp gates here. Shalaj trying to bait that Dark Templar into the cannons. I guess Shalaj can just stay on these cannons forever, but eventually he's got to make something happen. He's actually killing off his own buildings right now. That's how confident he is. He's killing off his own buildings to help Brown Guy out. Maybe also to do that to lure the Dark Templars to the cannons, actually, if you think about it, which is pretty smart. Shalaj here showing ultimate confidence, still staying in this game, but does he realize that he is not mining and Brown Guy is? I don't think he realizes the gravity of his situation here. Eventually, the law of StarCraft 2 is who's mining is going to win the game. Shalaj calling Brown Guy an idiot! I guess he did bait the Dark Templar into the cannon, so he killed off the Dark Templar, but how's he gonna kill off Shalaj? How's he gonna kill off Brown Guy, who still has a Dark Templar here? Shalaj pulling everything. He's pulled all of his stalkers, all of his probes, his zealots. Everything is on the warpath right now. There's a Dark Templar he's got to get past, and sentries as well. Oh my god. Force fields keeps the probes and zealots away. Just 2 stalkers inside the main right now. I don't know what Shalaj is thinking right now. I don't even know if he can win. Eventually, Brown Guy's gonna catch up because he's got the Nexus, and now finally the Force Field's wearing off. Zealots and sentries and everything running in. It's just gonna be a straight up war here with Shalaj versus Brown Guy. Will Shalaj be able to kill off everything? He unpowers all the warp gates. I don't even think that mattered though, and now the fight has occurred. The Stalkers are stuck though. Brown Guy has locked everything in with his probes, and the Dark Templar's going to work. The Dark Templar's destroying everything. And Shalaj can't make up his mind right now. He's like going back and forth as his zealots, top to left. Yeah, there you go. Kill off that pylon. That's super important. I'm just kidding. That pylon bears no significance in this game whatsoever. I don't even know how Shalaj can win this. I guess his strategy, the only thing he can do is kill off all the probes. That's what he's got to do right now. And Brown Guy realizing that, running all of his probes in a merry-go-round here, trying to save each one. Brown Guy cannot afford to lose his probes. He's got to keep all his probes alive. All the while, his Dark Templar are doing massive amounts of damage to Shalaj's forces, which have now been dwindled down. There's only 1 zealot left. And Shalaj has been pushed away. Brown Guy says, "Get out of my house." Well, Shalaj now is on the retreat. Was unable to kill off the last couple probes. There's still 2 probes in the game. And guess what? Brown Guy still has a Nexus, so he's still mining. Unbelievable. And I wonder now if Shalaj is still confident, because at this point he's got to realize that he's in a spot right now. He can't mine, he can't do anything. He could just sit in these 2 cannons, but eventually they're going to get overrun. I don't think he's as confident as he was before, and that is why you don't open up a game with an FU when someone gives you good luck, have fun. That's just, you will look like an ass if you lose the game. I mean, Shalaj, W. I don't know what he's trying to say right now, but maybe he's starting to come to the realization that he's not going to be able to win this game. And Brown Guy says, "What?" Shalaj in a really bad spot, gonna try to run the probes, and once again he knows that he's got to kill off the probes in the main or the Nexus to end this game. But the Force Field's keeping them at bay, and the Dark Templar, oh my god, 16, 17 kills, 1-shot KOs on the probes. And Shalaj left with only 2 probes and a zealot now, and all of a sudden the tables have been reversed. Brown Guy at 12 supplies, Shalaj at 5. And there's nothing that he can do. There's absolutely nothing that he can do. Brown Guy calls it out, finally gets a shot at Shalaj. GG for you, lol. And Shalaj still confident. Shalaj still thinks he's in this game. I have no idea why. He says nope. And Brown Guy's inquiring him as to why. And Shalaj, "I'm gonna sit on my base and go eat till you quit, LOL. Do you realize that when an opponent has a Nexus and is mining, he is eventually gonna win? This is not a situation where you could just sit back and troll." And Brown Guy lays it down. He says, "I have probes." Shalaj lying and says he has a Nexus. He doesn't have a Nexus. And he leaves the game. Shalaj leaves the game. All that smack talk for nothing. And you just got pwned. You just got straight up pwned, bro. All to the thousands and thousands of viewers on YouTube. So thank you so much for sending this replay in. I don't know who sent it. I don't know if it was Shalaj or Brown Guy, but if it was Shalaj, man, you're a beast. You're a beast for putting yourself out there. And Brown Guy, if you sent this into me, man, it's pretty cool, man. That's a legit win. That certainly makes your day feel good. You probably walk around the rest of the day with a smile on your face after playing a game like that. So Shalaj gets shut down. But at the end of the day, man, we're all winners here. What a great game. That was really entertaining. And that is FailCraft number 4. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in, guys. We're going to have more FailCraft coming out. I am in Atlantic City right now. These are all pre-recorded the day before I flew out on the airplane. Super last minute, I know, but yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Make sure to hit that subscribe button if you guys can. And we're going to have more replays coming out. HD, signing out.